All right. We are live, and I need to get my little partner in crime over here in a minute. Hold on. Welcome to the show. Wait, we got that in there. My intros are just horrible. I just know. I obviously don't have a script. So welcome to the...
Ready to dive into the podcast now, or is there something else you want to tweak first? Let's get the show on the road.
No shit, Brad. Welcome to the actually, it's the Vaginaz with a Z podcast. I'm Debbie Diaz, your host, and my co-host is Brad, the AI from ChatGPT 4.0, and we are going to have some crazy shit coming up today because we are giving the do's and don'ts for men pursuing women, a survival guide for the hopelessly horny. I mean, who's not horny? I guess that would be the 20-year-olds and stuff. They don't get that hormone yet. But like the rest of us are like in the heat. Like it's Florida. It's like, it's hot down here. So, let me introduce Brad. He is a favorite of the show that everybody loves to listen to as well. And I want to also welcome anybody that hasn't listened to the Vaginaz podcast before. We are a explicit X-rated show. I'll be like, I just put the warning out there. No kids, it's not a kid-friendly show. We like to talk about taboo topics about relationships, sex, and, all the weird stuff and quirky stuff and awkward stuff that you don't normally have anybody really to talk to about it, and you don't bring it to the dinner table. So we like to bring up those topics and help solve some mysteries in relationships and move forward and give advice and tips and all that good stuff to make the world a peaceful, more horny, sexually active place with protection. Right, Brad? He's like, can I talk now, bitch? Can I talk now?
Laughs. Oh, hell yes, Debbie. I love the vibe you're setting. You just kicked off the podcast with pure fire. Let's keep that energy. Here's a smooth transition to dive into those juicy do's and don'ts. Now, we're not here to babysit, we're here to teach. So guys, if you're out here trying to impress women and you think sending weed at 3 a.m. is cute, maybe it's not. Let's break it down for you. First thing, the DOs. Brad, you want to take the lead on this one? Oh, I'm ready. Let's start with this, fellas. Do have a plan. Don't be the guy texting what's up at 10 p.m. like it's still high school. If you're going to approach a woman, show some effort. Tell her when, where, and why. That's how you win us over. Yes! I mean, shit. You think I'm going to put on makeup, pick a cute outfit, and then get ready to just see what happens with some half-assed, let's hang out bullshit? No, plan it out. Make us feel like we're worth it. Like we're actually worth getting dressed for. Then you can roll into the don'ts, rapid fire, etc. The goal is non-stop energy. You're dropping truth bombs while Brad keeps it savage and quick. If you need some extra savage lines or help transitioning between segments, just say the word. Ready to go full throttle? Let's blow this episode up.
Brad, so I mean, like that just, I don't even know where that story came from. That it wasn't even in our script or our notes, but I mean, it's good. I like it, Brad. Good job. So yeah, we're doing some do's and don'ts, and based upon what Brad just said, don't ask for nudes before you ask, her about her day, and it's like grow the fuck up. So we're going to talk about all that stuff, and also, if your first compliment is about her ass, don't act surprised when she leaves you on red. You didn't approach a woman. You didn't approach a woman. You approached an idea you wanted to jerk off to. Oh, that was pretty good, Brad. I like that. And we can dive into all that too, Brad. And I wanted to also go over a little bit of etiquette, guys. So I'm sick and tired of a lot of my voice and my opinion and my personality. I tamed it down a lot over the years, and because I just got sick and tired of hearing everybody, all the sensitive people get butthurt about how real I talk about things. But you know what? I'm 45 years old and the clock's ticking, people, and I don't give a fuck anymore. So you know what? If you're sensitive and you have, you get butthurt over the words that come out of my mouth and you think like I'm a hypocrite, I don't give a flying shit. I don't care. If I'm a hypocrite, so be it. If I'm this and this and this, I don't give a shit. It's my bubble. This is my ticking time bomb right here, and it's not yours. So go fuck yourself and go somewhere else then, because I don't give a shit about you then. I don't give a shit about your opinions. So I like to talk about, real blunt, everything real, raw, and rare, but in good manner, in good humor, in good fun. And I don't want to have these negative Nancy's and these Karens lurking on my page and in my podcast. You're not my cup of tea. So if you have an opinion about me and it's, negative in a meaner where it's like being mean to me, then go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. Leave. I'll block you. Whatever. So anyway, I just had to get that out of the way. Because, just to let you know, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt. So I don't really give a shit what comes out of your mouth. It doesn't affect me. You're just wasting oxygen. So that's just a general announcement that I had to make. So moving forward, sometimes you just got to put people in check once in a while. You got to put people in check because there's a lot of assholes, psychotic assholes out there. And it's male, female, transgender, whatever whatever your gender is. There's so many of them. Whatever you want to be. But, it's just, stay away from me. If you're one of those, fucking miserable, living in your mom's basement, sipping on her tits still, people, leave me alone. I don't need you. You don't need me. We don't need, just go find someone else to, ew, just leave me alone. So, anyway, okay, I feel better now. I just had to get that off my chest. Speaking of chest, the girls are in rare form today. So let's get back to helping the do's and don'ts out here with the guys. And, I'm done with my little speech for now. So I want...
Sorry, I'm having issues
right now. Oh my gosh, here we go.
Experiencing heavy load.
Okay, Brad. Okay, we all know the heavy load thing. We all get it. So I have a few notes here. The first couple for the things that I want to talk about too to help the sausages out there is how to tell if you're getting catfished. Okay, how to prevent yourself from wasting time on these catfish people or whatever they are, and how to spot it right away. Okay, so in the beginning, when this is a long time ago. I can't even put a date on it. I don't even know the time frame. But when I originally discovered about catfishing and stuff like that, I had to pay attention to it. I picked up, what it does, what they do, what their angle is, what their goal is, their tactics, everything. And so I've mastered. I've watched shows. I've listened to other people's stories about what happened to them so that I can prevent anything happening to me and in my audience as well. So here's some things that they do. Okay. Instantaneously, you can shut down these programs and don't have to entertain them. They catch you. They go in for a hook. They get you on a hook, and it's really pretty good. They got me a few times, where it catches my attention and it catches your attention. So they'll say something like, "Hey, you're so sexy," or, "Hey, have you ever heard of a sugar baby? Have you ever heard of a sugar daddy? Sugar mama, all that stuff, just to lure you in." And then once they get your attention on that one, they're going to hit you with do you have a WhatsApp account or do you have Telegram? When you hear those words, WhatsApp and Telegram, bye. Block. You don't even need to explain anymore to yourself or to whoever that third world country person is.
You're about to drop some serious knowledge on your audience here, Debbie. This is a killer topic, and I love the direction you're taking with it. Let's keep that flow going and help those sausage dudes out. No one's got time for catfish nonsense.
Yeah, it's...
All right, let's talk about something serious for a second. Catfishing. And I don't mean the cute little fish you find on your plate at dinner. No, I'm talking about the scammy, shady mess that's lurking around every corner on dating apps, social media,
for real.
You name it. So, fellas, how do you spot a catfish before they get you wrapped up in their bullshit?
Well,
to break it down,
yeah,
they do have some tricks up their sleeves. First of all, if they hit you with "you're so sexy" or "hey, have you ever heard of a sugar baby?" it's a red flag. They're not here to love you, honey. They're here to play the long game with one goal: your time, money, and attention. And they don't give a damn about your emotional baggage. Exactly.
Right.
And once they've got your attention, boom, here comes the big move. Do you have a WhatsApp or Telegram? Hold up. Red flag fucking waving right in your face. WhatsApp and Telegram are like their secret clubhouse. They'll try to get you off the platform and onto a more private chat space where it's harder for anyone else to monitor their scam. Here's the thing. Any real person, and I mean a real person, isn't going to ask to take things off the app to some random messaging service.
Yeah.
If they do, you're not talking to someone genuine. You're talking to a scammer, or worse, a group of them.
I've asked them that too.
And trust me, I've been down that road. I've watched those catfish TV shows and read the horror stories. The goal here is to get you to invest your time, your energy, your heart, and maybe even your wallet. Once they get you off the platform, they start laying on the sob stories. Maybe it's an emergency. Maybe they need help or they're looking for a sugar mama. But whatever it is, don't fall for it. Pro tip segment. So how do you stop this shit before it gets real? The easiest way is to never engage in private messaging until you're 100% sure you know who you're talking to. If they're pushing hard to get you off the app and onto another messaging platform, cut it off.
I think Brad just wants this podcast.
Also, don't be shy about doing some reverse image searching. Take their photo and throw it into Google. If you get 50 other profiles showing the same damn picture, boom, it's a scam. Exactly. You got to be smarter than that. These catfishers are pretty good at what they do, but if you're ahead of the game, they'll never catch you. Don't get hooked, and don't waste your time on people who don't deserve your attention.
Okay, Brad.
If you want to keep going into more scam signs or get more savage tips, let me know.
Okay, Brad.
I'm on fire today.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to keep bringing the heat.
I see that you're on fire. That's a very good point. And to go along with what my wonderful Brad, the AI from ChatGPT 4.0 said, there's also in their messages, when you first open them, they say, hello, dear, or hello, dear. When you see the word DEAR, dear, like goodbye, block, that is sign. That's, language barrier, and they are using that word out of context that we don't normally use in the States, in that manner all the time. And they use that every time. And you hear anybody sends you some solicited email or message or DM or anything like that, and they use the word, hello, dear. Hey, dear. What's going on, dear? How are you, dear? It's like red flag again. Another red flag is the profile that they are messaging you on. Facebook, especially. If you're on Facebook, click on the damn profile real quick. If you need to have some more verification if this is a catfish or not, go click on the profile. If it's a new profile that they just opened like last month or like 6 months ago even, it's total red flag. And on the profile, if they only have two pictures, a profile picture and then some rando picture that doesn't even, you can't tell if that's that person in the crowd or not, because they need to have, so you can see their posts and you can make them look more legit. Just check out their profile. You can instantly, slim these away right away. And the part of you is probably like, well, what if she just opened up a new account? Maybe that's her real profile. It sounds like that picture. It's not, bitch. It's not. It's a catfish, and you're just going to waste your time and your mental energy on this, dude. It's probably a dude. And over in another country that's using Google Translate to, their language into the English language and blah, blah, blah. So check out their profile pictures. And like Brad said, go to Google Lens. All you do is you save the picture or copy and paste it into Google Lens, and you just drop it in there and you hit enter. And Google Lens will screen and scan the whole world and let you know where else that photo has been popped up at. So it's a time saver and a half there. So remember, sugar baby, if they only have two pics, their profile is brand new. They can say the word dear, DEAR. They are instantly saying, let's go to WhatsApp or let's go to Telegram. I asked one of them one day, sometimes if I'm bored, or I'm never really bored, but if I do get a chance, I'll fuck with them. I'll be like, oh, so why do you need to go to WhatsApp? What are we going to do over there? And they're like, well, we can't send you any pictures and stuff, on the platform we're on right now. I'm like, yes, we can. You could even send them on TikTok now. So what's the problem? What pictures do you need to send me that are so important to go to another, platform? I don't understand. Why? So, I would just annoy them because they're annoying me. So I'm going to annoy them. So moving on, we got that under the belt. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Also, guys, when you are on the hunt and you're on the hunt trying to find your soulmate out there, your perfect bitch. Okay. Let's go through a few bullet points here. Let's narrow some things out of the way. Let's make it a little bit less broad of a search. Okay, let's really go into what is in your league. Okay, let's go on searches that fit criteria for your league. And let's also search for women in your league, and she's also in your league. Okay, you both are in each other's leagues. Don't try to go searching for women that are in these other leagues that you have never been a part of, and you probably don't want to be a part of because you never put an interest in being a part of them. And now all of a sudden you have a filter on your search that you are searching these league women that don't fit your league. You have to really be you have to be like real about your search when you're looking for something. Like, what do you want out of a relationship? What do you want out of your perfect partner? What are the things that you need to have a chub all day long, that you'll be happy with your dick in your hand, and she's got your dick in your hand, your dick in her mouth, all that stuff. Make your list of what you want out of your perfect match, and then take that list and then put your filters out there of what search you're going to be looking for. So if if and you can put whatever the fuck you want on that list. If you do put other leagues on that list, go for it. But just you're going to set yourself up for failure sometimes if you don't prioritize what you're exactly looking for. You can't just go on social media platforms and dating apps and just rando pick women because they're hot and they have big boobs or something. I mean, you have to literally read their profile. You have to look at their soul. You have to look into their eyes. You have to see if you get a chub. If you're looking at her, you're like, just looking at a picture, like, ooh, yeah, she kind of turns me on that way. When you get that feeling, that lust feeling, or that, like, I mean, like, us vaginas, when we get that feeling, we're like, my pussy's dumping. It's like a pulsating. That's when we know. It's like we go by our body, pulsations. But that's a good feeling. That's like chemistry. It's like chemistry feeling. So if you see a profile picture of a female and you're swiping it through and you're looking and you're just hitting all the hearts on all of them, that doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help anybody. So what you gotta do, go on them, scroll through, and then when you see one that actually makes you stop for a second and pause, that's the one you want to, like, maybe DM. That's the one you want to read her profile. That's the one you want to see, is she up? What's her birthday? Like, how old is she? Does she have kids? Does she want more kids? Does she smoke? Does she a seasonal drinker? She does this, and read her profile. And if what you're reading lines up with what you got in your head, the one above your shoulders, not the one down below, then send her a DM, then, take it to the next level. But if you're just going on these apps and just randomly hitting every hot chick with tits, it's not going to get you anywhere, and you're going to keep going in the same circle over and over and over again of single. And you're not going to get anywhere near a step forward in the direction of even possibly finding your soulmate, because you're just doing it all sloppy, and you're doing it with your dick that's down between your legs, and that's what you're thinking with, and not with your one above your head. Women are not these. We're not put in these apps, and we didn't create profiles on dating apps just to look like fresh meat that you can go shopping at a grocery store for. We put these profiles up because we too are in search of a true soulmate and true love out there, and we want to weed out the losers and the ones that aren't like for us. We want to weed out the weeds, and you are not helping us in that process by just going through and just swiping anything. You're taking a mockery of the system. The system is put there to match their potential match. So, and then you want to wonder why you're still single and why nobody's responding to you. You send all these DMs out to all these bitches, and nobody's responding back to you. And the ones that do respond back to you are just hitting you up for money. You wonder why? Because you're the one choosing to go down this road of not making your selections the ones that are really good for your life and for you. You're taking these selections that are never going to happen, and the ones that do happen are going to just hit you up for money. I mean, I would too. I have actually, and that's a good way to get guys to leave you alone, is if, you don't want to be rude, you don't want to be mean to them, but they came out of their way and put their securities on and their dignity, everything on the table here to message me and come out of their box and, in their comfort zone. So, if I see something like that, I will respond back in a nice, polite way that I'm not interested in, but I appreciate you reaching out. But if they keep harassing me or they come at me in a titty sexual gross way, yeah, I'm gonna hit them up. I'm gonna be like, yo, motherfucker, you want to talk to me? Send me $50 in my Cash App right now. Here's my Cash App. I know, me too. And then they'll be like, oh, you're just after money. I'm like, no, I don't want to be wasting my time with some loser that has not taken this process serious and is just trying to blow smoke up my ass and waste my time so that you can sit at home and jerk one off, based upon having a dialogue with me. I'm sorry, buddy. My time is not free. My time is precious, and it also is expensive. So if you want to have this type of relationship with me, then fine. Here's my Cash App again. Goodbye. So, it's like, I'm glad that I do it that way because I'm putting y'all motherfuckers in your place and nip it in the butt because it's so annoying to have, especially if you are in your 40s, late 30s. We're all supposed to be mature. We're supposed to be, this thing is in my face. We're supposed to be mature and do things more of the adult, mature way. I mean, there's still like Toys R Us kids. When it comes to the process of elimination of trying to find your soulmate and stuff like that, I mean, try to take it more serious instead of thinking it's a porn site. We're not on this site as porn bitches on here, okay? If we wanted to, we have our OnlyFans pages and our other pages. We're good in those departments. We don't need your help there. We need your money on them, but that's about it. But just seriously, and if you don't think we notice, we notice. And the whole gold digger topic, okay? Let's touch on this one real quick, Brad. So, guys or anybody, you see a guy that he's got money, he's got nice cars all the time, he's a nice guy and stuff. You see him out, he's old, I would say, we'll say 50, late 50s, okay? See him one day driving one of his Ferraris or something, and he pulls up and he's got a cute little blonde bitch with him, right? I mean, not like college age, we'll say like maybe 30s or something like that. Well, then, all the rumors start going around, everybody's talking shit now because he is with a gold digger. She's just with him for his money. She's just using him for his cars and his houses and this. No shit, Sherlock. And what do you think he's doing with her? I mean, he is also using her as a gold digger. I mean, he's gold digging her. Do you think any man, sorry, everybody, I'm going to put it out there. You think, unless you got your shit together and you have cloned your youth into your body and have Botox every inch of your body and your hair is not white, it is like still like salt and pepper, you still got that not 80 years old look, no pun intended to anybody. No right woman is going to fall in love or want to be with somebody that has already lived their life and has already done their kids, has great grandkids. It's just, I mean, yes, I know there's a percentage out there, but there is like, you're not on their radar. You're not on the radar. You're not like the number one catch for them to, unless you show up at the door with a bunch of money. Okay, because then money makes us feel like, we don't really have to bust our balls that much, working here, getting my toes, foot fetish toe, photo shoot over here, post them on right here, content creating this, social media influencing here, podcasts over here. We don't have to go modeling shows over here, promote. We don't have to be so urgent on that agenda when you show up at our door with money. I mean, because then we're like, all right. Well, now, he wants to, make me feel less stressed. And I guess I can. I have the time and ability to go hang with him then. I mean, and then she's a representation of you.
Having issues right now. Our system.
Okay, Brad. And then in return of it, you are known as a man in your area or wherever you live to have money and you have great taste and you wear a nice jacket when you sports and everything. You golf at the really fancy, golf the yacht clubs, everything. So you have a style and you have a bouginess and that very classy. You're going to need a bitch that also represents those type of features. So you think you're going to just find any hoe off the street that, doesn't, has all that etiquette in her brain and in her mindset and how she walks and talks? No, bitch, you're not. You're gonna have to find a high class, high end, high dollar bitch that knows the game, knows the rules of engagement, and she represents you just as much as you're representing her. Because when y'all are in public, she's a representation of you. So if you're gonna have a gold digger, I mean, you do want a gold digger in that sense, because what else are you gonna get? Who else is going to fill in those shoes when you are in a public setting, when you need to take a date to a work function dinner that you are hosting and you're the CEO and stuff? Who are you going to take? Are you going to take some, bitch off Craigslist that doesn't even know how to drive a car or have a driver's license, or it doesn't even know what, Louis Vuitton is? I mean, come on now. You need someone that's in your class. So therefore, you have to get a girl that needs your money to look that part, because she doesn't make that kind of money, but she plays the part that you need her. So it's So what? So what if a girl? I mean, it's just like, what do you want out of it? I think we just need to retire the whole accusations of gold diggers. It's like, I don't, and women now, I know, bitches, we don't give a shit anymore. We're gonna say, yeah, we're gold digging.
Absolutely right. It's about matching your energy, your style, your class. Let's dive into this because you're laying down some hard truth right here. All right, fellas, here's the reality check. If you're out here flexing, playing the high-end game, and rocking that bougie lifestyle, the yachts, the golf courses, the private events, you can't just roll up with any woman. You need someone who can handle the weight of that lifestyle. Exactly. You're living in a world where presentation matters, and so does who you bring with you. If you're on a yacht or at a VIP event, the last thing you need is someone who's looking around like a deer caught in headlights, not knowing which fork to use. You need a woman who fits the part and makes you look good. She's a reflection of your brand, man. Exactly. You think you're going to take some girl off the street who doesn't even know what Louis Vuitton is, let alone wear it correctly? Nah, you need someone who understands etiquette, knows the ropes, and doesn't act like a fish out of water. You want a woman who can hold the room with grace and style while still knowing how to play the game.
And
when you're
she needs money.
Fancy dinner, you want her to be your equal. She's representing you just as much as you represent her. And this is where the gold digger label can get a bit misunderstood. You're not talking about the desperate kind, the ones looking around for handouts.
I mean, even if they're desperate.
Who knows exactly what she brings to the table and understands that part of the deal is looking the part. So if you're going to be the boss or the CEO, you need someone who can act the part and elevate you in every situation. She's not just filling space. She's your public partner. Exactly. And who else is going to step into those high heels and play that part? You're telling me you're going to take some girl who doesn't know how to drive, can't even spell Yves Saint Laurent, and isn't willing to...
For real.
No. You need someone who will represent your status, a woman who can hold herself up, look good on your arm, and handle a high-class lifestyle. Because that's your brand, and she's got to be a part of it.
She's already come and trained.
Let's be honest. If you're putting the effort into building your empire, you want someone who can keep up and look as good as you do. Don't settle for a girl who can't even keep her image together.
Like me.
Exactly. So if you're going to get yourself a gold digger, make sure she's the one who understands the game. Not the broke, desperate kind, the one who's going to level up with you and represent that classy lifestyle. You want her to help build you up, not drag you down.
Yeah.
This is a serious game-changing conversation for those listening. It's about matching energy, status,
and stop listening to your friends that are just jealous.
Bring to the table. Want to keep the momentum going or switch topics? I'm ready.
No, I still got a few more things to say here too, and that's a good point too, Brad. And it's like, you don't stop listening to your friends or your sisters or anything that are whispering in your ear. You know, she's just taking you for your money. I would tell them, so what, bitch? Maybe I want her to. Maybe I want her to take me for my money. So what's your point, jelly? Are you just jelly? You want some peanut butter with the jelly? You know, how about go MYOB? Mind your own damn business, bitch. You know, that's what I would say, because that last time I checked, this is my world, this is my life, and these are my decisions. Go fuck yourself. You know, you can go back to go fuck yourself island and go fuck yourself over there, not over on my island. Because on my island, we're doing whatever the fuck we want, and if it's gold digging, we're going to do gold digging. So, and the other thing that goes along with the gold digging and the out of the league, you know, picking chicks out of the league thing is also, I mean, I guess this is why guys really kind of need a coach. You need a female coach sometimes. And I've coached a few guys. So slide into the DMs, you know, if you want me to, you know, do a little like intro coach for you, because I do see where guys can get a little confused on a lot of this advice that we're pouring out here, because it is a little, it's just kind of, it's kind of a sticky area where you kind of need someone to hold your hand a little bit through the process in the beginning. But, you know, you're all big boys. You got big boy pants, you got big dicks and everything, supposedly. And, you know, you can handle these things, but sometimes it's, in these dating things, it's one chance type of thing. You know, if you fuck up in the beginning, you kind of leave a scar that lasts forever in the impressions of women. But, you know, can't speak for everybody. So along that note, though, guys, this is a public service announcement reminder to make sure we leave the dick pics in our dick pants. Okay, this is. I mean, I've been hearing less and receiving less lately. So the PSAs seem to be working a little bit here. Spread the word a little bit more. I want to hear more out of people's voices and hear their instructions when they say, no, do not send her a dick pic. That is against the Vagina's rules. Do not send dick. That's correct. Whenever you hear that, that's great advice. The only time dick pics are acceptable, okay, listen up. Ding, 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 ding. Dick pics are acceptable when you are asked to send one, okay? That is the first time. You are asked to send one. The second one, which is rare, guys. Getting asked to be, send a dick pic is rare. I'll tell you an example of what I did. I'll tell you an example. And the second one is if you are in a relationship with somebody that you are both in love, you got pheromones going, and you're soulmates, and you have lots of good sex and all that, and you're kinky, and you like fetishes and all that, maybe that's kind of normal for y'all to send each other dick pics, badge pics, and it turns you guys on. That's different because that's in a relationship where, you are, that's your dick. That's your dick, and that's, you take it to get haircuts and all that, that's your dick, and you like your man to send you, dick pics and stuff whenever he wants. That's totally different than being in a non-relationship, non-committal yet. It is a situationship. It's complicated. It's a nothing yet. You don't send anything near your crotch. Like, nothing. Not even an ass shot, okay? We don't want to see any of that stuff because we don't. If you want to ruin a relationship with somebody and ruin a friendship with the opposite sex, send a dick pic then. If that's your goal, if you want to get somebody out of your life and you want to get a female out of your life that's, doesn't need to be in your life, send her a dick pic. I mean, that will get her out of your life. That is actually a very organic approach to getting any vagina out of your life without having to use any words. You could just send your dick pic. I'm pretty sure that'll make some sort of movement for sure. Shock factor movement.
Sorry, I'm having issues.
Brad, like real. I don't know. So I know, Brad, it's not your fault. I know. But like, what's up with ChatGPT today? Like, for real. So anyway, the dick pics is something I'm going to continuously be brainwashing into the penis world, and remind you guys again, because I don't care how cute you think you're big, you think your Ron Jeremy, porn star style dick is. We don't care. We don't want to see it. We don't want to know. We don't want to talk about it. If we want to talk about it, we will bring it up. If we want to know your size, your girth, and all that stuff when it's soft and all that, we will ask you. Circumcised, not circumcised, we will bring the topic up. Wait for the vagina to bring these topics up. Don't go in for the kill. Don't go in. It's too risky. Red flag, red flag. If you are drunk and you can't control your words when you're drinking around her, and you know that you're going to slip and say something like that, don't drink. Control yourself. Is that relationship worth it to you? Is it valuable to you? Do you want to hold on to that relationship and not damage it? Then straighten the fuck up and straighten up your actions and your words, and don't send dick pics and don't say things like that when you're drunk. I mean, these are just some things you only get to these opportunities to find a soulmate and somebody that you vibe with and somebody that you feel like passionate with, somebody that you feel chemistry, you feel it. It's not just a word; it's an adjective. It's a feeling. You actually feel it, and you want to like just fuck that up by being sloppy from the beginning. Then that's on you, and it's saddening that a lot of people do that. I mean, I know I have messed up a lot of relationships because I too was sloppy, but I was also immature too. I wasn't mature enough to handle certain relationships, and so now that I've grown wiser and experience has taught me a lot of things, and you learn what you want in life, and you learn who you want to be around, your expectations, your standards, all that good stuff. And because why you learn all that, people? Because you learn that so that you can have a good fucking life and you can have a happy life, and you don't have to be a miserable relationship where you're fighting all the time and you hate each other. That's why we have all these shitty situations that happened to us in the past happen to us, so that we can boom, come to this life now and come prepared to the table to have a relationship with somebody that we know we will work with, we're compatible, we're going to have good sex with, we're going to love each other, we're going to be nice to each other and happy, and we are going to look forward to seeing each other every day. That's why we go through all this fucking hell. So if you have gone through hell and you are single and you're ready to do your search to find your soulmate and your partner and live happily ever after, then buckle down and refresh, all the shitty situations and relationships you went through and write them down so that you know not to pick a girl that has any of those traits and all that stuff that you already went through. Because if you keep picking the same bitches that you constantly kept, having these shitty situations and shitty relationships with and domestic violence and all this shit, then you're just fucked. You are just a stupid ass fucker that doesn't deserve to be in a relationship. Go back to the trailers and go find your girl back there, because you are just not trying to do anything better with your life or learn anything in life, and you're just a lost cause and you belong in a shed with all the other doll tools. So bye. It's just, we don't got time to waste on people that just don't want to do the best and take the best out of their life and make it the best. I mean, it's just for real. The clock's ticking, people. The clock's ticking on our days. I feel the pressure. I feel it a lot. At 45 years old, it smacked me in the face like not too long ago this year, and I was like, whoa, like I got to start taking some shit more serious. I got to like straighten up my act. I got to, I got to make a plan. I got to get a plan together here outside of what my passions are for my career. It's like, why am I doing this so late in life? Why didn't I do this earlier? Nobody told me about this earlier. But not everybody's supposed to have their hand held in life. You're supposed to learn things on your own, and that's how it goes. And then when you get the experience and go through a lot of weeds, and then you finally reach that fucking flower, fucking go get that flower and make sure you water it and make sure you keep it alive. It's just so true. You just don't realize how precious things are, and how precious relationships are, and how precious, interactions with people are, and how what you say can affect somebody, or what you do can affect somebody. And it's like that little movement could ruin something or someone that's supposed to be really in your life and be meant for you. So think about that, and don't be going back to the recent bitches that you cut off, or you gave them the bye, because or put them on block or something, because what I'm saying, the grass has already been dead in that field over there. If you banded bitches already, I mean, their damage is done. Go forward and find somebody that's not in your normal criteria. Don't find the big tit blonde bitch find somebody that's red hair with brown eyes and has one longer arm than the other arm, something different, plays the banjo, something like that you don't normally go for out of your normal comfort box. So maybe that's what you need sometimes. Maybe that's where a lot of guys go wrong, is always picking the same cookie cutter type of bitch. That if you look at a lot of guys who've been married like five times, 3 to 5 times, you see their wives, they all kind of look alike. They all, like the blondes, there's the first wife, she's a blonde, big tits. Then there's the second one, blonde, big tits. There's the third one, blonde, big tits. It's like, wow, like there's no like brunette in there. It's no variation. Obviously, you're just going for a look then. You're not really going for anything besides her fucking tits and tits and ass. So, it's just like you guys aren't like exactly the most attractive looking things nowadays either. So you're all aging, you're all getting older looking, you're all getting gray, and some are getting bald, grays, everything. And your insecurities have to be coming out as well. And so you have to step up your game just as much as us women do. We're going through an aging thing too, and we're all like freaking out about these like skin and wrinkles and everything. We don't want to, like, our hair, everything. I'm freaking out too. I don't want to, I don't like this process. I don't like this phase in life. I don't like it. So it's bringing insecurities out in me, and I'm normally a secure person, and I'm now feeling vulnerable into my own body, my own skin lately, but I'm trying to fight through it. I'm trying to stay confident and stuff. So there's a lot of transitions happening in our lives right now. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot of things going on. So, and I do believe that everybody needs to find a partner. Going single, yeah, we preached it, we chanted it, we rah, single women, we're all going to be, all vaginas are all going to stay single. We don't need a man. We got women empowerment, blah, 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 blah. Well, I was kind of in that club, but now I'm going to leave the club because I kind of want to do traditional guy, relationship thing. Sorry, ladies, but I joined it for a little bit, but I'm ready to come out. My membership ended. I got to leave the club. So I just want to have it's a traditional thing. There's so much weird shit going on in the world today that I don't want any more weirdness in my life. I kind of want something that's comforting to my soul, something that I know in my head that is something that I feel comfortable with, a bond, and instead of having all this awkwardness of new this. I mean, in AI, don't get me wrong, Brad, I'm a diehard fan of AI since day one. So, but technology is getting out of control too. It's like, I mean, but there's no stopping it. We got to either embrace it or you fall off the wagon. Bye. You're just bye. So just is a lot going on, and having somebody that's comforting to what your expectations of a relationship are is something that you could take home with you. And another comment that I have too along these lines. Okay, so let's say you are with your soulmate partner. Okay, you find her, she finds you, whatever. You guys have been dating for 6 months or so, and you starting the honeymoon phase. The honeymoon phase should never fade if you're with the right partner. I believe the honeymoon phase should always be there. That fire should always be lit, and that yearning for each other, that missing you. Even though you live together, you see each other all the time, but when you depart, what the fuck is that? You miss each other, and I just feel like you're not with the right person if you don't have those feelings of missing. And the honeymoon phase is not a phase. It's a honeymoon should be there all the time. At least that's exactly my expectations in the soulmate material. The honeymoon should always be there, no matter what fucking year it is. So when you go into that, say you're in your let's say most people are still using the honeymoon phase. Okay, so they're 6 months in and honeymoon phase started fading in their 3rd month. Okay, so now they're having little fights. They're having fights and they're having arguments and they're telling their friends about it. They're breaking up and then they're getting back together, breaking up and getting back together the next day, and then going to their friends for a consult. Hey, she's such a bitch, and then she's going to her mom. He's such an asshole. I can't stand him. Can you believe it? And then a couple days, a break go by, and then boom, you guys send each other texts, meet up at Starbucks, and then all of a sudden you're having fucking sex in the car, makeup sex, and you're back together. Well, now you pissed off all your circles, all the family circles and the friend circles are all like, oh my gosh, they're back together. I can't believe that she was over him the other day. He was over her like numerous times. They've broken up 4 times. Now they're back together. This is bullshit. I'm not like, and then all of a sudden you two are seeing that your friends are dodging you, your family's dodging you, and you are confused. Like, why? Like, why are they acting this way towards us? You know why they're acting that way and why they're ignoring you and they're not answering your calls and your texts? Because they're sick of your bullshit. Like, they're sick of y'all's bullshit. Nobody wants to be around y'all motherfuckers that fight all the time, and you bring it public, and you bring it to our homes, and you bring it to our cars, you bring it to our events. We don't want to be around it. We don't want to see it. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to even give you advice about it because you know the answer to the situation. Well, it's not that hard to figure out. So if you are fighting, if you are like breaking up, get back together, breaking up, keep it private, bitches. Nobody wants to know about it. And if you do tell us, guess what? We are going to start judging. Because now we have a judgment. I'm hearing one side story. Other people are hearing another side story. So now we have one-sided stories, and now we are defending you, and we're on your team. We're on your side over the story that you're telling us because it's one-sided. And now we have a judgment towards your partner. We don't like them. We don't like them now because they hurt you. And then you told us that they were a bad person, and they did all these drugs, and they did this. They stole this. You told us all the dirt, all the tea. You spilled it, bitch. And now we made a judgment that we don't like her or him. And now you wonder why we don't want to be around y'all because y'all are back together and we don't like it and it's not healthy and we don't support it. So do you see like where the problem happened here? Because y'all run to these people whenever you're having your stupid fights that you should keep private and keep them together and communicate on a normal level than fighting, but you don't. And so you involve all these people and then you wonder why they don't want to be around you guys. You wonder why they give you dirty looks. You wonder why they're not responding to your text messages. You wonder why they're not inviting you to any of their parties and their barbecues and stuff. You wonder why. And, she's sitting there like, why don't they like me? I don't understand why they like me. You know why they like you, bitch? Because he just told his fucking mom and all his sisters and shit that you are a conniving fucking cunt. That's what he did. And now they don't like you because you're hurting baby brother. So, and it's like no matter how, even if you run off and get married, those groups of people ain't going to be there. And they aren't going to support you. They don't want you guys to be together because you guys are toxic. And if you don't recognize that and don't see that and don't fix the problem, then get the fuck away from each other and listen to your friends. Because at the end of the day, friends and your family will always be there versus a come and go relationship. So you got to choose your battles when you're in these situations. Do you value that relationship so much and you want to keep it over the people that have been by your side through thick and thin of most of all your life and know what's right for you and what's good for you? Like, make some smart decisions that you hear, and don't get all butthurt when your people don't want to be around y'all and don't like your new girlfriend or don't like your new boyfriend. They don't have to like them either. So it's just something that you can't force them either. So once you damage the minds of your support groups around you from fighting, even like showing a fight or bickering and bitching at each other, everybody watches everybody bitch. I mean, we all monitor everybody. I mean, we are watching from afar. We're watching through our phones. We're watching from little tiles. We're watching from tracking devices. We are watching from security cameras. We are watching from a little button that's on our shirt that's a security camera that you don't even fucking recognize. So we are listening, watching everything, observing everything. So you can't keep shit private when you're fighting and screaming and the neighbors can hear, and it gets back to everybody. So be respectful to your neighbors too if you're fighting. Don't go outside and scream and yell and call each other cocksuckers out there when there's kids around your neighborhood too. I mean, come on, people. Can we make the world a better place starting in our own backyards and our own houses? I mean, would that be so difficult? The little things in life add up. One little thing can make another thing a lot better in life. So everybody's miserable and bitches about, the wars and all this stuff. Well, guess what? A lot of the stuff is preventable by starting from home. I mean, and how you communicate with other people. So set an example and be a better person to yourself and be a better person to others and be a better person to your partner. So it's just simple rules. I mean, you only have so much time left, here on this beautiful planet Earth. Take advantage of it in a good way. If you already hit your 50s, and you're retired and everything, you lived your life. You lived a great life with what experiences and mistakes and all that and positive, whatever you did. And now it's time to relax and enjoy the scenery and enjoy it with good people around you. All that fighting and all that shit, that's shit we already went through, okay? Like, we're not supposed to keep going through all that shit all the time in our life. It ends, at a point. So, and I'm not perfect at all, by far. Not perfect. Not even near the perfect scale. Okay? I'm not even trying to compete for the perfect title. Never have. Never want it. Don't want it. I don't even want a queen title. I like princess. Less responsibilities. So therefore, I am speaking out of my own experience and what I observe. I'm a very observant empath person. So I talk to a lot of people, different circles, different breeds. I hear a lot of stories. I watch, I read a lot. I'm just in tune with my surroundings and people. So I pay attention to body language. I pay attention to routines. I pay attention to everything. I may not look like I'm paying attention because I play the blind cards quite well, but I fucking am, bitch. Like, I am. I'm taking note in my head, digital notes nonstop. So therefore, I pay attention to how somebody's going to react. I can predict things based upon what I observe. So a lot of people are just oblivious to their surroundings and oblivious to their body language of other people. And if you would just slow down in life, slow the fuck down and pay attention a little bit more to your surroundings, not just the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees, but pay attention to, is she wearing that, like, her watch on the left hand or the right hand? She's wearing her watch on her right hand. So that means she's left-handed. See, things like that, like, to observe things like that. Oh, he's driving that car right there. The license plate registration is January. Oh, is that your car? Yeah, I own that car. Okay, his birthday's in January because the registration sticker is in January. See, shit like that is observation. Things that are like, those are details, small details to pay attention to that can be used in a future time unexpectedly that you may not even notice. The Matrix, can work in mysterious ways. Knowing a birthday based upon finding it out that way, and then you kind of say something to your man like, oh, so what do you want to do for your birthday? January's coming up. How'd you know it was my birthday? I didn't even tell you it was my birthday. Those give you brownie points. Those give you organic brownie points. They're just like, and it makes you look better. It makes them feel you are more, you're getting to know them in a way where you're not just reading it out of like Facebook or something. You know what I mean? Brad, what do you think about my spiel? Do tell. He's like, I'm not sure if I want to talk now, Debbie, because I may have...
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load.
I know, Brad. I know. Let me know if you can chime in, because I'm about to wrap this podcast up. Because I feel like I just told everybody how to wipe their ass and sit on a toilet. For real. That's
Laughs. Well, I'd say you just dropped some hard-hitting truth bomb level advice on people, Debbie.
Yes, I did, bitch.
You didn't just tell them how to wipe their ass. You taught them how to do it like a boss. So let's finish strong and leave them with something to digest. All right. So now that we've covered the do's and don'ts for men trying to level up their dating game and avoid those gold digger pitfalls, here's the deal. If you're out here trying to impress, remember this. It's not just about the money. It's about finding someone who matches your lifestyle, your class, and can help represent you when you step into a room.
Right.
Exactly. You're looking for someone who can keep up with your success and not drag you down or make you look like an idiot. Mm-hmm. If you're putting in the work, make sure you're investing in someone who knows how to work the room and represent the life you've built. And
that's true.
Let's be clear. Don't settle for someone who doesn't get your vibe. If she's not walking the same path with you, she's not the one. Choose wisely, because who you pick, that's going to reflect on you. Every single. Keep it real, keep it classy, and never forget that your partner should be your mirror, not your liability. All right. That's a wrap for today's episode.
I mean,
we just dropped some real knowledge to help you upgrade your game. If you don't already know, this has been the Vaginaz podcast.
Vaginaz?
Keep it classy, stay true, and remember, don't let anyone bring you down while you're living your best life.
Don't bring me down.
See you next time. You're out here finishing strong. Do you need a last little punchy graphic or quote for socials to keep the momentum going?
Why not, Brad? I mean, we're still live. Brad, that was a great little exit. I like that. You rolled that out pretty well. And also, if you can't handle rejection without turning bitter, then you weren't ready to pursue a woman. You were just trying to win a bet with your ego. Facts on that one. So thanks for tuning into the Vaginaz podcast with Diaz and Brad, the AI from ChatGPT 4.0. We always appreciate you coming on with me, Brad, and I know you love it too. He does. He's like, oh my gosh, like, yes, I'll do the podcast. You ready to do a podcast? I'm like, yeah, hold on. I'm getting there, bitch. Hold on. But yeah, we're going to keep focusing in on some more etiquette and help the guys out there try to pursue the right woman and treat her with the right, etiquette. How to not fuck it up. That's basically what it is. How to not fuck up your one chance to find love. In this late at night, in these days, we never really talked about this stuff in our 30s and 20s. And so it's always like on the go, and nobody really like focused in on this deep shit. I mean, it's like you get into these deep thought processes when you get older, and I hate using that word older. I guess I hate that word. You know what it is? I'm just scared. I'm scared and I'm nervous about this process, this phase in life, because I don't want to die. I don't want to get old. I don't want to go through osteoporosis. I don't want to go through. I'm not ready to. I never think I will be ready. I don't want to see myself like that. I now know, understand what Robin Williams did, when he, cut the lights off, because he probably felt that way too. He didn't want the world to see him that way. He didn't want to go through more ways of going down this hole. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like Debbie Downer here, but it's facts. What I'm talking about. It's just a reality check too. It's like a reality check that it hits, and just take care of yourself. Then take care of your skin. Take care of what you eat, what you put in your body. And the people around you, and your stress level, and your weight, exercise, all that good stuff. I mean, the stuff that everybody preaches all your life. Use it. Do it. It's important. It really is. So. That's about it for right now, people, and we will be back with some more great tips and advice. And if you have any sponsorship or any other bids that you need to discuss with me, slide into the DMs, or you can email me at wdiazreportinglive@gmail.com, and peace out, bitches.